This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Bedford here with American featherweight sensation Raymond Ford ahead of his return at Fight Camp this weekend. Raymond, welcome back to the UK. How you found your week so far?
I'm feeling good and I'm ready to go.
Let's talk about your return here then. As I mentioned to you off camera, you have fought here before. You fought in Nottingham, but Fight Camp, unique experience. We're here in Eddie Hearn's back garden essentially. What have you made of the whole week so far and the setup as well? Looking forward to getting out there?
Definitely looking forward. I like the setup. It's pretty nice. I'm just ready to get up in there and showcase my skills.
For a long time now, as with everywhere, we didn't have the fans here in the UK. They are back. There's a few hundred going to be here at Fight Camp. Very intense little setting. You must be looking forward to putting on a show for them and building your profile a bit more over here too.
Yeah, that too, but the main thing is just to get the W and bring home that WBA Continental belt.
Now, let's talk about your last fight. You've had about 5 months to reflect now. I'm sure you've watched it back. How many times have you watched it back, and what do you think now you've reflected upon that fight?
I only watched the highlights about like 2 to 3 times, and I watched the full fight once. So I really didn't watch it too many times. But yeah, I seen where my mistakes was. I knew what my mistakes was when I got out the ring. But yeah, so.
With a fight like that, a tough fight quite earlier on in your career, I'm sure you felt you won the fight, but what did you learn in there as well?
I learned to not take my career for granted. That's what I learned.
Ray, you are here against Reece Bellotti. When you accepted this fight, firstly, how quickly did you take it? And how much had you seen of Reece as well when you took the fight?
I took it right away. I always take every fight. Every time they bring up a name, I take it right away. But I watched them once they brought his name up, and I did a little studying on him. But I don't really need to watch every fight. Like I seen a couple of his fights, a few rounds of the fights, and I know what I needed. I know what I needed to get out of it, and what I needed to put in the training camp to beat him. So.
Now, Ray, Reece is someone who's got a reputation of never really been in a dull fight. He's given us a lot of exciting fights. He can punch a little bit as well. Do you think the styles will gel quite well here? Do you think this will be a very exciting fight?
I think it'll be very exciting, and I think this is the one to watch. So if I'm the fans and y'all want to, watch some exciting fights on this card, definitely make sure you tune in early to watch me and his fight.
In terms of yourself and being over here on the big stage in the UK as well, and I mentioned Reece Bellotti's a pretty all-action fighter, do you think this is actually a good fight for you to look good in and make a statement here as well against a pretty well-known fighter here in the UK?
Yeah, Reece Bellotti, he's definitely a tough fighter for what I see, and I'm just ready to get up in there and showcase what I can do to him. I see what Ryan Doyle could do to him, the Irish guy, or Italian, I don't know what he is, but I see what he could do to him. I see what Jordan Gill could do to him, so now it's time for me to show what I could do to him.
Now, Ray, all being well on Saturday night, is activity key for you at this point? Do you want to be back out as soon as possible, all being okay?
Whenever Eddie and my team, we're going to sit down and talk about it after this fight to see where we go after that, but I always let them lead and I'll go off of what they want.
Now, Ray, this is Fight Camp week 3 and 1 and 2. We had world title action in your division, the featherweight division. We had Lee Wood, then we had Kid Galahad as well. You've been keeping an eye on those guys at all? You seen any of that action?
Yeah, I watched Lee Wood fight. I watched that full fight, and I watched a few rounds of the Kid Galahad fight. Good fights.
Are you already keeping an eye on these guys, thinking not too long away? I know you're still building yourself here, but do you think they are future opponents for yourself? Are you looking at them like that already?
Of course, most definitely. They're world champions in my division, so of course I'm looking at them like, they potential opponents that I could be fighting. And already now I feel like I can beat them. It's just about getting the experience and getting the fights under my belt.
I'll leave the final word to you. What can the UK fans expect to see from the Savage Saturday night?
Excitement.
Ray, thank you. Cheers.